Everybody, welcome to this week's edition of Bayou Outdoors 365, presented by Bayou Outdoors Super Center. I'm your host, Patrick Dennis, and the bright sunshine, but that's not bad. Fortunately, for a moment at least, we got a little break from the extreme heat. But I tell you what, if you are here in the Arklatex area, you know what the past week has been like. Some folks out there still likely without electricity after we had some very unusual, unprecedented storms move through the area a week ago, last Friday. And that's one reason why, like last week, we didn't end up having a new show, just because I was completely tied up with the storm aftermath and being without power as well. But we have power back, and we have a new show for you this week. We've been teasing this show a little bit for you, but we do have a new show for you. We're going to tell you about a variety of things this week. One is we're going to tell you about information coming up, the 2023 Louisiana DU State Convention going on. Now, that's going to be taking place here coming up on July the 13th through July the 15th in Shreveport at Sam's Town Hotel and Casino. And I'll give you some information on that coming up a little bit later on here in our show for this week. Also, welcoming aboard a new partnership with us with the Toledo Bend Country. That is the Sabine Parish tourism area there right around Toledo Bend. They have some huge events coming up for the 4th of July weekend there. So we're going to be showing you some of that coming up here a little bit later on. Also, we will have we'll see where she is, see if she wants to join us this week or not. Olive, our new sort of co-host there, and she's wandering in the backyard right now. But let's start things off. So I've been teasing this trip for you lately that we went out on the Red River with Wesley Miller, known as Big Sasquatch. And we're going to start things off for you. We're going to go out there with them, and we're going to go out there on this trip out to the Red River. We launched out of Red River South Marina, of course. Had a chance to chat with the owner out there, Jimmy Sapp. I always love working with them at Red River South Marina. But let's go out there right now. Let's get our fishing trip started. Let's see how it goes as we're fishing for crappie on the Red River with Big Sasquatch.
That is not what we're looking for. Wrong species.
Saw him go after it.
Wrong species. Now there's another fish on that stick.
Yeah.
And will it be? What will it be? It looks like a crappie too, but it is not a crappie. We have caught us a gasper-goo.
That's isn't that one of the treats of fishing on the river?
Yeah, you're gonna get at some point on your day on the Red River, you're gonna catch old purple haze.
At first, when he came up, I didn't realize what it was. Like, hey, he got a good size one.
Yeah,
there.
good size one. Well, we got us something. Mixed bag on the Red River today, except it's another giant goo. Well, you said you wanted to come on a fishing trip, Patrick.
We didn't specify what kind of fish.
Today we're just going to specialize in catching big old purple haze.
We could do a thing where it's like how many varieties of fish you can catch.
Yeah, there we go. They're really a pretty fish. I just never have found out a way to eat them. Some people say you can make them to a gravy or whatever, and I haven't been able to make it edible. So he's going to go back in.
So it's not like going out to the ocean and catching yourself a good old what is it, sheep's head?
Mm-mm.
Where I've been told those are supposed to be some of the best eating fish.
Oh, they are the best eating fish. They're just pain to clean. We finally got a big old, nice, big crappie. That's what we came for. What a beautiful fish. One thing you always count about these Red River crappies, they are always going to be just fat and healthy. Yeah. Now let me show you something I do in the summertime. When we're going to put these fish in the ice chest, instead of just putting them on ice, I got my bag of ice in here, but I left it like this so I can show y'all. Instead of just putting them on ice, in the summertime, I open my ice bag up. I'm going to pour my ice out, but what I'm going to do is then I take my ice bag and I fill it up with water. So your fish will start getting down there in the water. But what that does is that improves your meat quality whenever you get to the house. When you get to the house and you got that fish that's cold and dead, they're really easy to fillet, and you end up with a better meat quality in the summertime like it is. So in the summertime, you have to be extra careful about your fish care and making sure you get home with a good quality, good eating fish. I think we got one sitting right here on the stump. Yep, here it comes. And we've got another Gasper Goo. They're hard fighting fish.
I was about to say, dude.
That's a big one too.
You feel the difference with them?
Yeah. That crappie just gives up and comes on up to the top. Those Goo fight hard.
I think you might need to figure out what to do with them.
Yeah, no lie. They're plentiful out here. Look. There's another Goo. That's our spike. Big Sasquatch Goo Fishing Adventures. Oh, these things are stout.
It's a little bigger than the others.
That's a big one in there. About a 3-pounder.
Yeah. I thought this trip was supposed to be about crappie, but I tell you what, I think it's going to turn around because since we already shot it, I know it. But at first, it was sort of like with Wesley. It's like, dude, let's get on some crappie here with it. And he was like, sort of like, too, like, you know, all we were finding out there are these Gasper Goo. But make sure you stick around. Coming up here for you after the break, we're going to go back out there again with it. It's going to turn around. And also, Wesley's going to have some great tips for us as well about fishing the Red River when it comes to crappie fishing. Some people might say, what, should I go to the Red River to crappie fish? Wesley talks about the approach you take, the bait you want to use, and everything else that's straight ahead. And as we go to the break, check out 4th of July weekend events there celebrating patriotism on Toledo Bend down there in Toledo Bend country. Here's some of the events. Celebrate the 4th of July in Toledo Bend Lake Country. It is the Patriotic Weekend on Toledo Bend, presented by the Sabine Parish and the Sabine County Chamber of Commerce. There is something for everyone. On Friday, June 30th, it is Singin' in the Park in Milam, Texas. Live music at Lost Frontier in Hemphill with Tommy G and Stormy Weather and the Blake Pickle Band on Saturday, July 1st. Also on July 1st, the boat parade at the Sabine River Authority Park in Manny. Derek McClendon in concert at Martone's in Manny. God Bless America concert featuring the Stewart family. Car shows in both Manny and Hemphill. Pickleball clinics at the Hemphill City Park. Free putt-putt at the Toledo Bend Family Adventure Park. Boat and motorcycle poker run. And the day wraps up with fireworks in Anacoco, Milam, and Hemphill. On July 2nd, join us for church services in the park along Toledo Bend and the Liqueur Trio at Gilligan's on the Bend. For additional details on all events and how to register for the poker run, visit ToledoBendLakeCountry.com. It is the Patriotic Weekend on Toledo Bend, June 30th through July 2nd. Don't miss it. Welcome back, everybody. This week's edition, Bayou Outdoors 365, presented by Bayou Outdoors Super Center. Hey, everyone. She's not used to sitting up here on this table with me. This is Olive. Hello, Olive. Olive, by the way, a chocolate lab, came from Corazon for Labradors, just outside of Homer, Louisiana. Boy, she is a beautiful dog. She is a smart dog as well. But one thing for a puppy, goes after every single thing she possibly can go and get her mouth on. But we are looking forward to her getting trained by Red Rover over in Bossier City. Some great guys there are going to be doing the training on her. But Olive is something else here, and I cannot wait to see her grow up and see what she ends up becoming and have her out and about to go and end up meeting people. Let's go meet up once again with our friend Wesley Miller on the Red River this week, fishing for some crappie there. I tell you what, it's going to turn around. Let's go see what Wesley can show us.
That is finally another crappie. And a pretty one at that. Beautiful little Red River fish.
Let me get your ice chest. It's on the back of the bag.
Put them in that real cold, icy water. Right here on the back side of this tree. See this little knot right here on the little glowing spot right there? Let me get my line wrapped around my rod here somewhere. All right, here's our fish. He's sitting right here, 8 foot in front of us. Here he comes. Another nice, beautiful Red River fish. A fantastic fish that is. Nice, thick, nice and healthy fish. A lot of fish, a lot of the places I fish this time of year are real thin across the back from the spawn still, but these fish out here are always so healthy. Such a beautiful fish. We'll make some tasty supper tonight. On this side this time, huh? Got him. Nice little crappie. Not the biggest one in the world, but he will make some fillets. Pretty little fish. All right.
I mean, the fish in the river typically, though, you know, your size isn't going to be like you might have size somewhere else.
No, we generally don't catch a whole lot of great big giant crappie in the river. It's just usually got good numbers and good, healthy quality fish. You know, so it's not where I tell you to come look for a trophy crappie. But, you know, it's a good place to come find some great eating size fish.
For some people, though, too, is if you say the Red River, some people might be thinking Red River, and I have to try to explain it to them. You're not fishing per se on the river, you're fishing the oxbows and the backwaters and all, right? What are you looking for?
Oh, well, just pan out right here. What we're looking for right now, in this time of the year, leading into the summer, we're looking for anywhere from 4 to say 10 foot of water, looking for real thick stumps. So these fish they're looking for shade, so they want to get on these stumps. The hotter it gets for the shade they offer, and a lot of your bait fishing all are back in there in these backwaters as opposed to the big river. Also, what I think when you're fishing the Red River has so many predator fish, I mean big catfish, big gar, things like that. From what I've seen on live scope over the past couple years is those fish a lot of times hang out in the deeper channels or the actual river. These backwaters like this don't seem to have as many predator fish, so I think that's really key on why the crappie or white perch hang out back here as well. One back here, I don't know if that's a perch or not, but if it is, he's big. I'd almost say it's gonna be another one of our.
Which one, talking about the one sitting on top of that log?
Yeah, I almost say it's gonna be another Gasper go though. Finna find out.
Find out.
Oh, that is not a crappie.
Oh my gosh.
Big catfish, I think.
Now, here though in the river you can find all kinds of fish.
No, it's just another big goo. They fight good. I mean, I can't get mad at him for the fight he's giving. You see, he is giving one. That's a big old pretty fish. They got a real purple, like sheen to them. I mean, that's why we always call them the purple haze. Fish, beautiful. Man, that's what we come for right there. That is a sure enough good one. It took us about a minute or so to get that fish to bite. He acted like he didn't want to.
What's the bait selection? You have artificial, you make your own jigs, but I mean,
yeah, today, all right.
Can people use artificial? Can they use live with the crappie fishing or what?
Yeah, you can always use either whatever kind of jig you want, or you use minnows out here. The Red River, these fish are generally very unpressured, so just basically any kind of jig. Just keep it simple. Today we're using just a small gray and chartreuse 1/16 ounce jig. You know, out here these fish generally, if you can find one, they're gonna bite just about whatever you put in front of them. So jig selection out here is not quite as important as other places maybe. Just get out here and find the fish and get out in these thick stumps and try to keep from tearing your stuff up and find these fish. And they're fairly easy to catch when you find one.
Great time out there with Wesley. We're going to wrap it up with him coming up here in just a moment. Don't forget, everybody, 2023 Louisiana DU State Convention. It is going to be taking place in Shreveport. The past several years, from what I understand, it's been held in South Louisiana, but we got to get people to come to it in Shreveport. It takes place on July 13th through the 15th. Samstown Hotel and Casino there, Shreveport, Louisiana. And I've been talking to the guys up here doing this and putting it together. They're trying to make this a big event coming up. So I'm going to post the link here on the bottom part of the page for you to go and end up checking out and how you can search for it. You need to go to the Ducks Unlimited Event Center page and then search for the particular chapter to end up finding it. But what a great thing they have going on. But again, I'll put a shortened down version of a link at the bottom of the screen so you're able to go and get it. Type it down, put it out, put it in the computer so you could do it, but don't miss this here and support it. What a wonderful thing that it is. DU for their state convention, going to be in Shreveport again, July 13th through the 15th. We will be right back.
Come out 2 off one tree. There's another ribs. Look how big this one is. Beautiful, beautiful big fish. Very good. Fantastic. Beautiful. Man, that's what we come for, right? Give me that real cold ice. And finally, another crappie. Pretty one. Big Sasquatch Goo Fishing Adventures. And we've got another Gasper Goo.
I need to figure out what to do with them.
Yeah. All right, if you want to get with me, you can get with me on Facebook. You can either look up Wesley Miller or Big Sasquatch Outdoors. Just message me on Facebook Messenger and we can set your trip up, or you can call me at 318-465-1668 to book a trip. Now, the one thing I need to remind people, when you want to book a trip with me, is you need to look at a month and a half out from when you want to pick your day, because I stay booked up a month or two in advance. So just, you know, a lot of people call wanting a trip the next day or the next weekend, and it doesn't ever happen.
Exactly.
So when you want to book with me, just call me or get with me on Facebook and just look a little bit farther out ahead of time and call me, and we'll get you something scheduled and we'll go catch a bunch of fish.
Come on up here real quick. So Olive wants to say bye to everybody this week here on our show. Again, Core Zone for Labradors. And from what I understand, there actually are 2 or 3 siblings left for Olive. This is a great age to get home for a little while and then perhaps do a little bit of training. But Olive, what a wonderful, smart dog, and I cannot wait to go and work with her a little bit more. And she's amazing. She's super, super good, but she's full of puppy here for you. Anyway, everybody, have yourself a great week, and we'll see you next time around on Bayou Outdoors 365.